Blessings, everyone. Happy New Year. The Spirit has been absolutely incredible this last week. The signs have been just mind-blowing to ask for guidance, and then what seems like miracles. Such specific signs have come through, and the Ascended Masters have been coming through with the angels, and I am so grateful. Today they kind of nudged and said it's a new year to work with the Ascended Masters and the angels, but also a message from the guides today to start off kind of a theme, something like a mantra or a healing from the guides to focus on to bring in the new year. So first, I would like to say thank you to Source for allowing me to be a medium of light. And I ask that the guides step forward to help bring a message for the highest good. Thank you, I'm grateful. And the number 3 has always been. The first shuffle is in honor of Source. The second one is in honor of Spirit. And the third one is in honor of the soul. And they always, the masters, when they have brought any signs or messages when working with them, have always kind of spoke to me about that, the Trinity, the 3, the alignment of Source, Spirit, and Soul. So I'm just gonna, after I shuffle, I always kind of just do this. This is how whoa. Okay, so I have 2 that flew out. I'm going to take 2. Live your bliss and learn from your mistakes. This is going to be a very, very simple message from the guides for bringing in the new year. They know that we have had so much purging, so much has come to the forefront for us in the last few years. So many things have come to the surface. Lives have been altered tremendously. There's been undisputable, incredible changes, whether it's on our planet, Mother Earth, with our political systems, our social interactions. So much has come forward. And we've been doing the work. They want 2024 to start off where we're in a good space, where we forgot what it's like to be happy, because they're saying we're always afraid of waiting for the next thing. But that's life. That's the way it is here in our school. It's the cycles. But as we go through some of the ones that are shattering, changing belief systems, opening our eyes to things that maybe we didn't understand or weren't comfortable with, expanding our awareness, we also have to accept and fully embrace those moments that cause bliss. We need the balance. There's going to be so much more of this because Spirit's going to guide us. We need to listen and allow those moments, live them fully, stay present. Don't worry about what's going to happen after the bliss. We need this. It's time. It's time to allow ourselves to be happy without the buts or the ifs or the what ifs. It's time to enjoy. And this one, learn from your mistakes. This is more of an acknowledgement than it is a message. That this past year has been an incredible learning curve. And it's been different. The guides are saying that we've all started to notice our patterns, where we get stuck. And that's key to changing everything and living bliss. is understanding where those patterns come in. Those repeat things that we go through, or when we get stuck in certain ideas and mindsets, that we've come so far and broken through so many of these things that we recognized, we became aware. That's where we made the most incredible shifts, is being able to say, I'm in a loop. And learning from our mistakes that when we do feel that we have made a choice that wasn't maybe in our highest good in those moments, or we do recognize a pattern, not to beat ourselves up, just to correct it and understand why it happened, how it happened, and be grateful for the learning curve so we can live the bliss. It's so important. So as Spirit is they're actually correcting this, because they're saying that a lot of times we see something as a mistake and they don't see it that way. Our guides look at it as, these are the chosen opportunities that we have to expand our awareness. There isn't really a right or wrong way. Sometimes we pick a more difficult way, especially when we're in the loop and we won't get out of that. We don't want to embrace anything new, or we keep going back to the old ways. They're patient with us. They understand. So, but they're also acknowledging that so many of us have gotten to that point where we're recognizing these things. We're seeing patterns and sometimes choices that were made from a place of fear instead of love. And they're going to guide us more. Because once we've experienced that bliss and we've allowed ourselves to feel that, it will be easier to not be so hard on ourselves when we've made a choice that maybe wasn't for the highest good. Not to look at it that something has failed, or they're bringing up a scenario for me to share because I've made some lifestyle changes with a diet, and I'm an all or nothing person, and they're laughing and they're saying that sometimes that can serve and sometimes that's not such a good thing. And a lot of times I've gotten into a space where maybe I went ahead and had the slices of pizza, and then it puts me in the 10 steps back. And then instead of just saying, well, okay, I was weak in the moment, I had the 10 bites of the pizza, or the 3 slices of pizza, or the whole pizza, rather than just saying, okay, that wasn't the best choice, but what am I going to do from this point forward? I just spiral out of control the whole rest of the day and say, okay, now I'm having the ice cream sundae, and now I'm eating a bag of chips, or whatever else. And then the loop starts. Then I feel bad. And the next day it's harder to get through that. And then I keep replaying. They're saying, don't focus on, just acknowledge. Don't beat ourselves up. We're going to do that. I'm sorry. We're gonna have moments where we didn't make the right choice. Doesn't feel like the right choice. But if we're grounded in a place of bliss, and we know what that feels like, we know what the joy feels like, then we can move out of that. We eat a couple of slices of pizza, we say, okay, well, tomorrow I'm going to have more vegetables, and I'm going to walk an extra 20 minutes. And to look at the space that we were in, or I was in, that made me want to eat the 3 slices of pizza anyway. Not to associate certain things like food, if you're out there and you're trying to make healthy choices, with rewards. We can reprogram that and find other things that make us feel good in the moment, and to change the relationships we have with our eating, with our food, rather than seeing it as good or bad. So they're pulling their energy back. That's a very strong lesson for me, but sometimes they use examples that I can share with everybody that's relatable to put it into perspective. Their strongest message is definitely to live our bliss. It's time. It's time to stop always living in that space of counterbalancing it, where we're not getting too happy, we're not having too much fun, we're not letting go too much because we don't want the repercussion that it's gonna hurt more if we're happy and something doesn't go the way we wanted it to, or if we take the chance in love and then it doesn't work the way we want, that we're gonna be even more heartbroken. It's always an excuse not to live in the present moment and allow the bliss. And it's time. Much love, everyone. Many beautiful blessings and Happy New Year. This is going to be the year. It's going to be amazing. Everything has changed. And we're starting off with open eyes and open hearts. Much love.